Well, hi guys. I just was having a look through some of my old brochures and I've came across one of the Chrysler Charger brochures that I've collected, and I thought it might be interesting to have a look at what Australia Chrysler used to make back in the day. Um, of course, these were all sort of taken from or sort of based off the American Chryslers, of course, being the parent company. But yeah, I look at it now and I look at the front of it and sort of looks a bit Chevy Camaro-ish sort of thing. So yeah, they sort of did have that bit of a look at the front of it. If you took away the name Charger and you know, it does have a bit of that Chevy Camaro sort of look about it, doesn't it? Well, to me anyway. I don't know what you guys think. Perhaps you can let me know in the comments what you think. But that's the way I sort of perceive it, and I don't know. I look at cars and, well, especially older ones, and I look at them and I sort of look how many variants I can see in it. But nevertheless, we'll have a look through. I don't think it's not very thick, so it shouldn't be a great deal to bore you with. But anyway, it might be interesting to some to see what Chrysler Australia were producing back in the 70s or back in the 60s, 70s, when these things were knocking about. Okay, so we've flipped the page, and up the top there we've got the Charger 770 commitment, and it's dash layout there. I don't know if I think it might have been fakeish timber, but it's still got that wood grain bit of a look about it, and you can read all of that. I won't bother reading it out. If you want to pause it, you can read it yourself. It talks about what you'd get with the car, and of course a bit of a look inside. Quite interesting. I did post some of these pictures on one of the Chrysler pages on Facebook, and I had a fellow contact me and say that he was one of the dudes that was there when they were photographing these, and they were done up in the Northern Territory around Alice Springs way, apparently. So yeah, they certainly took them off and about to try and get their good quality photos. I'll just focus in on a bit on that there so you can have a bit of a read. But yeah, they were quite a fascinating car, and one of the top muscle cars along with Holdens and Fords. There's I suppose a dusk shot, getting a bit of reflection there. Dusk shot of the Charger, and here's one sitting out in the middle of the desert. I don't mind that colour. It's sort of not too bad, actually. I do like the red one though. That's got to be my favourite. Nice stance too. As much as I like the American Chargers, I do have a soft spot for the Australian made ones. One, because they are Australian made, but also too, I think they did have a distinctive look of their own, and yeah, they were a very, very nice car. And this thing's got a triple flip out, so we'll have a look. We'll have a look at what the XL had to offer. Pretty much the same. You can read all of that, and of course it's got a couple more interior shots, slightly different dash to what the commitment had, but nevertheless would probably, as drivability would be pretty much the same. Of course, it hasn't got the mag wheels. It's got the chrome mud caps, or hubcaps, I should say, not mud caps, hubcaps. What's it say there? Sure, no, just a bit about what the standard Hemi option, their motors, and then we move on to charger options. So what you could add or take away from your charger when you were purchasing it. Yeah, another nice photo. These were all taken up in the outback apparently, so that's why it looks a bit dusty and dry and whatever. But yeah, sort of makes a good backdrop, doesn't it? Makes the car stand out. And of course that's the layout for either automatic or manual. And you could have a nice radio. Sorry for the reflection. The light's a bit bad. Or you could have a nice solid state radio with Chrysler Australia stamped in it. Or you can have the cassette deck as well. They're a thing of the past, aren't they? And a couple more wheel trim options there. And I'll focus in over here. You can have a bit of a read. Sorry, the camera's focusing in or trying to focus in, but I think it should be staying fairly clear. Yeah, Chrysler certainly did a nice job of their brochures in advertising their product. But yeah, I think I found a new favourite photo. Anyway, we'll turn the page, and I think that should be about it then. And of course, this is the last page, or the back page, where it gives all the things about in building chargers. Chrysler goes one better, first with electronic ignition, which I believe was yeah, pretty groundbreaking back in the day. They were the first ones to sort of implement it, and everybody else copied. But then it goes on about their torsion bar suspension and their hot air intake, painting with electricity, about how they were charging up the cars whilst they were painting them, and you know, so the paint would be electrically bonded to the car, which was another groundbreaking thing. I think they were the first in Australia to start doing all of that sort of painting technique in their bodies, where the others were a little bit behind. I mean, that's one thing you could say about Chrysler. They certainly were at the cutting edge of technology back in the day. It's about the transmission, manual, and clutch, what sort of clutch it's got, and the rear axle, the suspension, steering, the brakes, wheels and tyres, instruments, what's up here, comfort and convenience items. Yeah, I hope you can read all of this. And what safety features it's got. Probably wouldn't be what they'd say, oh, today it's got to have this and it's got to have that. But yeah, as I said, Chrysler were pretty much at the cutting edge of car technology back in the day. This is a very, very interesting book for anybody that, or brochure for anybody that's right into their Chryslers or Chargers, because it's something that you don't see anymore. It's about all the different engine sizes and whatever you can get there, or what you can option it out with for the different options for between the XL and the 770. There, what you did get and what you didn't get with each one. Some things are the same and others you couldn't get. And that's about their 12 months unlimited warranty, mileage warranty. Funny, they're still talking in mileage. This, and that's all the different engine variants and what they did. I'll just focus in on that and you can have a bit of a read. And it looks like they had all electronic ignition by then. And of course the different fuels that were recommended to use with the different motors. And last but not least, we have the famous Chrysler Australia badge. I do remember that as a child. It was it used to stand out on the top of their press shop roof and could be seen for miles away. Chrysler Australia Limited, and it was a bit of a shock when they changed to Mitsubishi. You could still see it, but it wasn't Chrysler anymore. It was a bit of I was a bit sad actually, because I'd sort of seen Chrysler for so long, and then all of a sudden there was 3 diamonds up there instead of Chrysler. But I still think it's very, very cool, especially to have Chrysler Australia written on it. Something that you don't see anymore. So there we are. Just thought I'd have a bit of a look-see at this Chrysler Charger brochure. I've got a few other brochures there, mainly Mitsubishi stuff. I've got a couple of Datsun ones, I think, so, and Holden's, of course. So if you'd like to see any more of these things, please let me know in the comments. Be more than happy to record them and show them, and yeah, see what you guys think about some of the cars that we used to make here in Australia. So thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers for now.